Okay, so you have Lucio and Baptiste. Playing Pharah with that is going to be really difficult.
Hello.
You should ask your healers to switch to Mercy, especially at this tier. Having an auto won't be able to heal you. I guess she switches even when you don't ask. That's pretty nice. Okay, going out in the open like this is very risky. They have a Widow. If that Widow hits you, you could die right there and your team would lose the first fight. You're way out in the open, which you shouldn't be as far, especially against double hit scan. Okay, right here, just to get up there, you used all of your boost, and now you're grounded for the next 10 seconds or so. You might as well play Junkrat if you're gonna play like this. And you die because of it, because you're so low to the ground. Looks like your Mercy's gonna be able to res you, which is nice, but you're still playing out so much in the open, which you can't do if they have hit scan. And you're playing so low to the ground. What's the point of playing Pharah if you're gonna play like this? Use your boost to stay up in the air. Focusing down that Moira is nice, but you went so low that the Doomfist was even able to punch you. You're still staying so low. You're playing far too brawly for playing Pharah. You boosted up into the ledge right there, and you stayed low to the ground and you've been playing low to the ground this entire time. You're very lucky you're still alive for that long. But that entire time they had points, so it didn't even matter. Okay, your team has clearly lost this. You shouldn't try to go in here. Going on this flank isn't going to accomplish anything. You're not going to do. You just died for nothing. You couldn't have done anything there. You should have waited and waited for your team to regroup. You just staggered. First time you came to spawn, you used your boop to get back to your team, but this time you didn't for some reason. I mean, minding that soldier is good, but I don't know why you didn't shoot this entire time. You flew up in the air and just looked at him.
Heroes never die.
Now you used ult, you should be hiding. But it took you far too long to react. Like, by the time you started the ult, you were out of LS. Like this, you heard him use the ult. Now you should be moving back around that pillar to where you were, where he couldn't have shot you. But you just keep going out. You're not going to kill him. He has support, and you didn't. And he has ulting. Lucky you get rezzed again. And you use your ult super low to the ground again. You do get 2 kills somehow, but you die for it. If you just went up a little bit, you probably wouldn't have gotten shattered. You definitely wouldn't have gotten shattered, but you probably would have died.
We're all soldiers now.
You're doing like, you had so much space as far as, so it would have been fine if you stayed it. It's just you weren't making use of this space you're giving, because you're making suicidal plays by going way too close to them. Playing soldier's fine too, though. Alright, your team's very split here, and you should be looking to support your tanks, because they are less mobile than your healers. So playing back here, you're not really going to be able to do much, especially because you're not going to get healed. Okay, if you're going to use your heal, you should use it when you can engage the enemy. Right here, you're going to be able to shoot this Ryan, but the Ryan's just going to walk away, and you won't be to move in and do damage. You're going to have to move away from your heal. The healing pod thing does over 200 healing, but you only got 50 of it. Now you're just staggering. Your team's not gonna win this. The Doom died, and you guys were at a disadvantage this entire time. But you would have done better by going left and helping your tanks.
Sic transit gloria.
Helden sterben nicht.
Now your team is just scrambling to get on point, nothing much you can do. Okay, it doesn't really matter, but this Mercy is healing someone right in front of you, but you're completely ignoring that. Look, see the healing beam? There's something right here. But instead of shooting that, you try to kill the Valkyrie Mercy. Killing Valkyrie Mercy is extremely difficult. It wouldn't have mattered, but your target selection should have been on that Doom that was right in front of you, because you had a chance of killing him, instead of trying to kill a Valkyrie Mercy. Okay, if you're gonna go on to point, you gotta take one of the flanking positions on the right or left. Which is nice that you do that here. But your walking to the side is far too predictable. Watch how you just press A, and no crouching, no trying to avoid anything. You're walking in a too predictable fashion, and they're running double sniper. So that 2 seconds or so, where you see their backline, and you see that they have snipers. You shouldn't try to shoot them. You should try to disengage right here, as fast as you can. You could have died. Like, they have damage boosts. They have everything. You're not gonna get a kill. You're gonna do maybe 50 damage, but they could have easily killed you and gotten a pick. And then when you're walking back, you gotta be crouching. You see they have snipers. You can't just press D in a straight line. Right there, you're just standing still. The snipers could have easily taken advantage of that. This entire section, even if it's just for a second, one of the snipers could have peeked out and killed you. Alright, against this Zarya, that was really nice because you were moving and you're killing her. Which you should be doing all the time by moving all the time so the snipers or anybody can't kill you. Staying still is something you never want to do. Okay, your Doomfist went in right here. Like, he's going in. There's two targets here. You shouldn't have rotated to the right. Your team's just gonna move to the left, and you can't help your Doom by going to the right. See how the Ryan's going to the left here? You're lucky that this Mercy went to the right here. But you could have gotten free shots on their backline if you moved to the left. Right now you should be pushing up. Your team won this. That's a good rocket. But the Ryan's right here. Why aren't you pushing up? He's completely alone. You might have an Ashe, but it's like 5v versus an Ashe. You could have killed the Ryan there. You should be looking for a flanking position to do some damage. Now this is good. Okay, you can't half commit like that. You just wasted some time. Okay, when you're disengaging here, you don't want to disengage out in the open. Like, if they still had some sort of like their Ashe or something, she could have gotten free shots. Disengaging, you want to remove LS to the enemy. Okay, that was very suicidal. You don't want to run in front of their entire team to secure a pick that you might not be able to get. I don't know how you're still alive. You shouldn't have lived for that. And you have such a good position here. You don't want to fall down. You have so much pressure on their backline. The only thing they can do is go into these tiny little areas. You should have stayed up there. There was nothing the enemy team could have done. But now half their team gets away because you weren't up there creating that pressure. This position is good, but you want to disengage quickly. and you died because when you were disengaging right on the open. Your Junkrat just got spam shots, which was unlucky, but you shouldn't be disengaged right on the open. You could have backed up from this, along this staircase.
Helden sterben nicht.
Now it looks like your team's going to lose this fight because you're not there to help.
Enemies reviving. Prepare to re-engage.
Targets in sight.
That's actually still kind of even. Might be able to turn it around. You should have stayed up there. There was shots, there was opportunities. This is very, I don't know how you're all still alive. Your team popped off and got a lot of kills. Staying up there, you would have been able to create pressure. Moving in, you just put yourself in danger and didn't do much. Okay, now you should be keeping your high ground, especially because they have a Pharah. You shouldn't go for that health back. Your healers are right next to you. You can win this fight if you just stay on the high ground, especially because your Doom just got that pick. Going on, you went on the low ground all by yourself. I mean, the Arisa's probably gonna follow you now, but you're not the person to be contesting point. You should have let your Arisa do that and stay on the high ground and fight this Pharah. If you're on the high ground, you're going to be able to do damage to this Pharah. Now this Pharah has so much opportunity to avoid you. Staying still there was... It wasn't the best because they have a Torbjorn. Like, if the Torbjorn was not on the high ground right next to you, then it would be fine. But you could have done a little bit of 80-80 spinning, just moving a little bit.
This old dog's learned a few tricks.
That kind of movement will save you so many times.
My sound barrier is almost ready.
Okay, when you saw that Reinhardt, you were looking for this Pharah. But the Reinhardt's right here, and it takes you far too long to react. At least you do back up. You did a little bit of tunnel vision on that Pharah. There's nothing you could have really done against that Shatter. You got it pretty quick, faster than I expected.
Can we try and focus the Mercy? Come down the stairs so that it was up there.
It's kind of hard for the rest of your team to focus on Mercy. Okay, you made a call out to go under, but your team's far behind you, and some of them aren't even with you. You can't separate your team like that. You're going to capture point, which is really nice, but doing that call out and then just going in, sprinting in, it was a suicide.
Just group up, definitely.
Enemy turret sighted.
Right.
Going under there isn't a good idea when they have Pharah.
Okay, push up.
You lost your diva, and if you push in, it's just gonna be you
Don't push in that way.
because your Roadhog went the other way, and
Go, we go.
you went right in front of the rest of your team. You can't be the person to go in front of everybody as soldier.
Just wait for everyone and group up.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing here. You look down, thought for a second, and then just stayed there. I'm not sure what's going on there. You gotta make a decision. Don't use your ult right in front of anybody, unless it's somebody who's completely powerless. But a damage boosted Pharah is not completely powerless. If her rockets hit you, you'd be dead. You just took a chance. And you should stay on high ground. You're using your ult. You have so much pressure from up here. Now you go down here, they can break LOS. If you're high ground, there's nothing they can do. Don't walk into a Zarya. You shouldn't be alive here.
Help, help, help.
The Zarya is still alive, shooting your teammates, and it takes you a good 2 to 3 seconds to start shooting them. I like this position. You just gotta make sure you disengage quickly. Because I got a Pharah. Okay, it took you way too long to disengage. The Pharah had enough time to boost up, get lots of LS on you, and now you're probably dead. Okay, when you're gonna break LS from the enemy team, this is how you should do it. You walk in a straight line from here to here. You should have used this as cover to break LS. Going from here to here, they have so much opportunity to shoot you. And their Junkrat gets you. If you were walking around that pillar, you wouldn't have died. I'm surprised the Pharah didn't shoot at you.
Not dead yet.
Somehow your Doom soloed the Pharah Mercy, but it looks like your team's still losing that. Probably because you weren't able to do anything. You lost that fight for your team by not disengaging correctly. Your Doomfist did so much, but it didn't matter because you're dead. Now it's just a struggle to stall, and I don't think you guys are gonna win this. You take a lot of good positions, but then when it comes to breaking, getting away, you get away in the most predictable fashion where they can easily shoot you. Out in the open, no crowd spam. I mean, it doesn't matter. Crowd spam doesn't matter when they have Pharah or Junkrat, but when they're running snipers, you have to learn how to crouch a lot, just all the time.